Alright guys, check this out. I received a real interesting comment that I want to talk about, so let's get right into it. And the comment reads, I believe a big reason why blacks are so adamant on mulattoes identifying as black is because if mulattoes get more recognition as a distinct group, it'll create a very visible contrast between mulattoes and black people, which will also create a visible contrast between a mostly black person with visible admixture like Will Smith or Don Lemon and a full-blown black person like Wesley Snipes and Bernie Mac. RIP to Bernie Mac. And yes, the commenter makes a very interesting and valid point that there will be clear lines of distinction drawn. Clear lines of distinction will be laid out versus someone who has minimal admixture, as he said, Don Lemon or Will Smith or Bernie Mac or Wesley Snipes, who are on the darker end of the spectrum as far as skin complexion. And then someone who's a quintessential mulatto, okay, like a Derek Jeter, the baseball player, or Jesse Williams. Jesse Williams is an actor, or then like a Alicia Keys, right? And we can already see these kind of clear distinctions, but the identity component is very significant. And that's primarily what I focus on this channel with all of my commentary, is how to develop a structured, a mulatto identity that is distinctively independent from African American and European American. Now taking, good influences and crafting something that is uniquely us, that benefits us. Okay, and it's not an easy task. It's not impossible, contrary to some of the kind of the haters, if I want to use that term. But contrary to the people who are doubters, it's not impossible, but it's extremely difficult to develop something like this. But it has to be done. But yeah, continuing on with the comment, he puts basically they want the lines to be blurred as much as possible between authentic blackness and mulatto / visible admixture, which is rooted in their self-hatred and disdain for what authentic blackness is. And, I just want to stop and make a point about that, because even on TikTok, one of the other kind of biracial ladies, she has a good page. I like her content, biracial centered content. And that's one of her kind of main replies or rebuttals to not one, but a lot of the one droppers. When the one droppers, jump on her page to be like, oh, it doesn't matter if you're biracial, you the CDO father, or this person is still black, this person's black. And it's like overwhelmingly 90+% of the people who are weaponizing the one drop rule are black American men. Okay. And usually darker skin as well. I'm going to add that if we can see their picture, their avatar, because there's a lot of people behind troll accounts or sock puppet accounts or whatever. But it's always usually black people who have an issue with biracial people identifying as biracial, and it's more so going to be black men. Okay, this is just my personal observation. If you beg to differ, let me know. That's what the comment section is for. But yeah, I wanted to say that because the lady, when she gets like I said, these one droppers, this biracial lady, when the one droppers, usually black men, they comment on her page telling her, it doesn't matter, you're still biracial, blah, blah, blah. This biracial lady is very clever and smart, and she always replies to the guy. It's like, look, you're basically showing your self-hate. Okay, a lot of these guys, for them to need to want to have every biracial person, usually women, because they want access to them, right? But they want these biracial people to identify with them. It's like, why? What does it benefit you? You don't see me as a proud biracial man going around trying to get people to identify with me. Even if they're a biracial person and they're black identified, I'm just like, look, you're over there, have fun over there. I'm doing something else over here. Just don't intervene with what I'm doing. But I'm not going over to other people's social medias trying to get them to identify as biracial or something like that. I don't do that. But there's one specific demographic that's always up in biracial people's business telling us that we can't identify as biracial. The black gene is dominant. You the CDO father and stuff. And it's rooted in low self-esteem. That's what I'm bringing it back to this point here, to the commenter. It's rooted in the self-hatred, the disdain for authentic blackness, and it's rooted in low self-esteem. And they show it to biracial people every opportunity they get when they try to one drop us to be black. Continuing on with the comment, He puts, can you make a video centered around this reason if you haven't? And I'm doing it right now. Making this video kind of short and sweet, but I think I got all the valid points. How I've seen with the, like I said, the example on TikTok with the biracial lady. And it's a lot of African-American men who are so adamant on blurring the lines and trying to like erasing, you know, they are doing it themselves, trying to erase what authentic blackness is. They're literally weaponizing the one drop rule. And they're doing it to an extent even where they're trying to go to Latino groups. So people who have like African admixture, so like Puerto Ricans or Dominicans, etc. People who might look a little quote unquote black, like they got some African blood in them. That doesn't make them black, like not in the political or ethnic or racial sense. OK, this America today, 2024, it's not the America it was 1924 or 1824. You see the content that I put out, a lot of the commentary that I put out, a lot of people like my detractors or the one droppers, whenever they're trying to kind of challenge me, they always go back in time. They're always trying to take us, meaning biracials, back to like the 1800s or the 1900s, back in the slavery days. They're always trying to take us back. You know, but we're going forward, baby. This is 2024 and we're moving forward, and being biracial is a beautiful thing. I just want to explore that and share that with other people. If you guys agree or disagree, or you have any questions about that, post a comment. Talk to you next time. Sayonara.